Let me give you the next podcast. These guys, I'm telling you, are vibes. Literally, they have vibes in their name. Alrighty, these guys are pros. And they are pros in giving vibes. These guys are vibes with Prowess. No, let's have them. Let's have them come through. Vibes with Prowess. Let's clap for them as they continue coming in. Yeah. That's how you know. Type shit. All right, welcome. Let's do this. What's up, man? Hi.
I take a day at a time, hoping that politics will be over. Every step at a time, hoping they will show up, make me over. I've been on the tough road to soul, but that made me over. One thing you got to be so strong, I fight like a soldier. Long way, I must stay, see you can't be the believer. Oh, it's gonna be the right, 'cause from now, it's about to away now.
Alright. Saseni. Nikisema wewe unasema wewe. Nikisema cheche unasema cheche. Karibuni sana bana. We are so glad to have you guys here. And as always,
Hey.
Kameramani tafadhali. Kameramani. Nice one. My name is Ron Kenoli Okusi, and here to represent the vibes and conversations together with Prowess. And we are a podcast that started. Okay, ladies are good with the dates and the time, the month.
26th March 2024. So we're just 1 year old. We are found on Spotify. Please come on Spotify. Say Vibes and Conversations with Prowess Podcast on Spotify. We soon get into YouTube, so find us there.
Yeah. Tell them who you are.
My name is Prowess. The host of the Vibes and Conversations with Prowess Podcast. These are my good friends. They are partners in this. We do this together. So yeah. Grace Murray is my real name, but call me Prowess. That's what people know me for. Yeah.
Awesome. Mimi nishawaambia jina. Mimi naitwa Ron, and I'll turn it to my left. Ajiintroduce pia.
Hi guys. How are you doing? I am Wanjiru Gitau or Miriam. I am a co-host here at Vibes and Conversations with Prowess Podcast. I am honored to be in your midst.
Awesome. So, Vibes and Conversations. Generally, tunakuanga na anything, everything that people are going through. Could be the young, could be changing times, could be, health. So there's depth with us. Hiyo nayo hatuwezi feature. So if you feel conversation inakuwa heavy, just take a moment, breathe, then rudi. Sawa. So nataka kuuliza swali moja. Freelancers wako wapi? If you are a freelancer. Nikisema freelancer na maanisha like forex. Nikuuliza tu. Unajua forex nasikia watu wanageuzwa wanakaa kama flag ya Japan. Unajua venye flag ya Japan inakaa? Nani anajua venye flag ya Japan inakaa? Yeah. Anyway, forex. Do you have any freelancers in the house? So nyinyi wote wengine wote mko employed? If you're employed, hands up. Any freelancers employed? If you're unemployed?
Okay, students, maybe they're students.
Okay, sawa. Kawe ni comrade. Ati nini ya? Kuna wenye wako na wamama. But bado hiyo ni employment because lazima upige kazi bro. Either way, lazima upige. So, leo tunataka ku discuss a little bit about, understanding the marketplace in terms of job, career, and all that. Do you have any artists in the house? If you're an artist. Self-employed. Oh, if you're self-employed.
These two here are all freelancing, employed, self-employed.
Freelancing. Kuna watu wako kwa kila kitu. Forex, freelancing, employed. Content creators in the house.
Okay, the two guys, you tell us what they do, by the way.
Hambagui. Yeah, you gotta stay open, maze. So today tunataka ku discuss a little bit about understanding the marketplace, employment, career. Kama unafanya something enye ulisomea kole ama uni, mkono juu. Kama unafanya any job enye ulisomea kole. 1, 2. My lord, cameraman. Wewe. Kwani namna gani? Ini lembo ginasomanga procurement alafu kampuni inaitisha kamera wanaanza kucheza nayo. Wanakuwa self-employed kiasi. But it happens, si ndio? So generally for me, me ni filmmaker by profession. Pursued filmmaking strongly. Nimework hapa KNT, that was back in 2022. Yeah, 2022 hadi 2023. I also managed to be contracted for a job kufanya something with the Real Housewives of Nairobi. Mnaitambua, si ndio? Yeah, tulikuwa tunabanja pale na kina Vera kiasi. So we are the lucky few, I mean. So ikifika my lord, ikifika ni shughuli na deal na camera, script writing, nini. That was something that I really used to love. But ikafika point nikagundua, man, kitu yeki chakula kwa meza, niko na rent ya kulipa. I mean, there's the passion and there's the bills. Ukweli uongo? There's the passion, there's the bills. Unapata mseni poet, kazi yake ni kukuja kusema hapa venye ati mini kama wine na get better with time. Ati eri nishindwe kuliko nikose kutry. Akitoka hapo msee bana hana lunch ya usiku. Mnajua lunch ya usiku? Mnajua lunch ya usiku? Lunch ya usiku ni umekula sapa saa 1, but inafika saa 6 usiku kitambi inaanza kugonga. Hiyo ni lunch ya usiku. But anyway, nataka kupata perspective, not just from you guys, but also from the guys that we have here on the panel, in terms of employment, your perspective of employment. Do you really need to do what you went to school for? Ama do you really just need to be focusing on the bills? Do you really need to be focusing on your passion, your hobbies? What do you think about it? Wacha tuanze na Miriam.
So first, I am passionate about this kind of conversation because that's what I mainly deal with as a calling, as a vision. We are building a startup that deals with this kind of issues. And so the quick answer to that would be, the times have changed. As we grew up, we knew going to school was what would afford you a lifestyle or would help you pay your bills. Right now we have a lot of unemployment. Unaona watu mtu alisoma na kona degree yake, but then we're in millions whereby there are no jobs. So is there a marrying between passion, something that makes you happy, what you studied for, and paying bills? Seldom in these times we are living in, ni ngumu kupata hivyo. That's why unaona kuna watu wanasema wako everything, because right now unakosa kitu moja yenye ita sustain all of them in one. And so if you are blessed to have one that pays your bills, you're not so excited about it, unaifanya. Or something that excites you, haina pesa, you know, but those ones who have found something that marries all of them, and that's what we are trying to do, tell the young person. So lazima kama ulisoma kitu kama, there are courses that don't even make sense kama anthropology, you know, who knows what anthropology is, and they do it even in a bachelor's, the study of insects, and someone does it for 4 years, you know, and some other kind of courses that wouldn't really make you employable. So umemaliza shule, how do you find a way to pay those bills, because they need to be paid, still do something that is in your purpose, and also still do something that you are quite skilled in. And so is it a possibility? Yes. Are we trying to find a way to make that possible? Yes. But we are in changing times. Everyone should have a changing mindset. So sio kile ulisomea ndio lazima utafute job ya hiyo. Sometimes utakosa hiyo job, but huwezi kaa kwa nyumba maje. So unajitokeza unatafuta ingine, something that would help you pay the bills. Have I answered the question?
Okay, I'm getting your perspective. Before niingie kiasi kwa crowd, for you, Prowess.
So I did front office, our office administration, but it's something I don't like. It's something I've never done since I finished school. I don't like it. I won't lie. So I had to now be like, ulisoma ukawaste. Okay, didn't waste time, but I kind of wasted time. You have to danganya yourself that I'll waste time, like literally, maybe you'll have done something else. So I asked myself now after that, what else am I supposed to do? Because this is not something I see myself doing, like for my entire life. So that's when now I have a brother who freelances, so he plugged me in freelancing. So I think I've been freelancing for almost 1 year, and it's kind of my passion now because it's something I'm loving and it's giving me money. Now, again, if I get a job, you know, freelancing, kama mnajua freelancing, it's not something that it's consistent. Inakuanga na peak season. Kuna time yenye kunanga jobs online. So unakaa hivi, hakuna job, unaanza kukumbuka gani nilisoma, niko na search mahali. Wacha sasa nianze niende job hunting tena. Unaona? Now, I'll have to walk out of passion and start now going back to I have to get money. Si nilisoma either way, so aina haja nilale njaa na nilisoma. So I'm trying to balance, like when I don't have jobs, or maybe now I have to get a skill, and this is my skill now. Podcasting is a skill for me. It's a hobby for me. So now that's when I had again to be like, online si consistent. Hii kazi ni kama uitaki. What else can you do?
So do you work for the bills or you work on something that you love? Question.
Bills. You can balance, you can, but ni ngumu. We won't lie, because tukisema to target or not we love, tutalala njaa. Kuna mtu anaendanga kazi kila siku. Monday ukisikia ni Monday unaanza kulia very early. Mondays are hectic, and that's why you guys don't like Mondays. It's because you don't love your jobs. Don't lie. But you're there for the money. Lazima uende job. You have no option. You have to go to work. So that's why you go to work. Yes? You have a question?
Kuna perspective.
Una relate.
Una relate.
Haupendi job, lakini sasa utakosa kwenda job either way. So sijui.
So, okay, to the audience, do you work for the bills or you work on your passions?
Both.
Both.
It depends. Tell us.
I think it depends. Number one, if you have a godfather parent or guardian, you can pursue your passion. But then, for most of us, especially where you come from, we don't have such. They're actually looking up to us. So, yeah.
Kama mzazi anakutegemea sema yeye. Kama mzazi anakutegemea sema yeye.
Si hata mzazi kwenu village, everybody's looking when ulikuja huko kusoma. You see? Yeah, so I think it's more of if it's more of that, then you have to pay the bills first. Then later, ikijipa, then you can go for your passion.
Yeah.
All right. So bills first, passion later.
Basi tusemeni tunaenda job kutafuta capital ya passion. Exactly. So if you want to start a business, if you want to start whatever you want to do, but capital ndo inatulimit ama? Let's hear from someone else.
Yeah, so both. Okay, just backtracking. I think the whole conversation about employment is moot simply because of the times we live in. We have this expectation that you go to school, you learn some stuff, and then afterwards is like some kind of magical conveyor belt that just takes you to the next stage and everyone's fighting to hire you and all of that. That's not how it works anymore. For starters, AI is fucking you left, right, and center because it's going to take over a lot of jobs and make them moot. Second, a lot of jobs are also going extinct and new ones are coming into the fold. Like social media influencer became a big thing in the 2010s and wasn't there before a lot of people struck it big. And now there are new ones coming up, right? Like you can be an automations person, for example, et cetera, et cetera. And third, and this is something like I like people to get at, which I'm not seeing a lot of in Kenya. It's that we have this expectation where we're told what to do. We're told the next step. You expect it to be handed to you, but it can't. You need to have a problem-solving mindset. And if you solve problems, you're always going to have a market, okay? What matters today is building your personal brand, scaling it up, and then solving a problem that lots of people face. And that could be in entertainment. So yeah? Oh, yeah, okay.
Just to add to what you said, I think it starts with the wrong conditioning. Like when we're in school, you expect there's some sort of conveyor belt. You come from school, you get into a job. But what I like to say is, or what I like to think is, every galaxy has its stars, right? There's people making millions, shining shoes. You go on YouTube, look at how to iron a shirt. You find millions of views, and that guy's going 30 minutes. So it's just the initial, the starting point is wrong because of the system.
Streaming your games, playing and streaming.
Yeah, so I think it's taking a different shape.
To pick from what those gentlemen are saying, there needs to be a quick and deliberate intentional change of mindset in the young people. Because the times we are in are what he's talking about, changing careers. They're kind of careers, or rather sources of income that are coming up that weren't there in the olden times. Things that are coming up that are very new. And we have to have that kind of mentality whereby you're not only a consumer, you ask yourself, what am I creating? Because consumerism is what is killing us. We want to buy shirts from someone who made them. We want to buy this kind of watch, someone else made it. We want to buy this bottle, someone else bottled it. And so the kind of question you'd ask as a young person, in line to create something from yourself, not being directed from the systems that have already failed us, is to ask yourself, what kind of problem would I solve by creating? And so everything you'd think of creating, first of all, I am a believer. I believe in Jesus Christ. And so I know everyone being formed in your mother's womb, there's purpose that God put in you. There are particular giftings that are very unique to an individual, and no one would copy them. And so in retrospect, and you sit in your space alone, you'd ask God, what is it that I can do very brilliantly? And it cannot be copied by anyone else. And so you'd get this kind of, ideas, wisdom, and you're able to create something. All these bottles, you go to the supermarket, you find like 10 brands of this, but then someone chose this one, why not the other one? And meaning consumers will never end, but creators are very few. So can we get into creation? And then now you realize many opportunities open up. Social media marketing is one of the things that is blowing out of proportion and has very limited people to work on it. Personally, I'm running a brand which the one person I'm lacking is a social media marketer, because we have not really indulged ourselves into creating such skills because they weren't there in the past. Yeah.
Okay. What I would say is that both passion and bills, they marry each other. Because without bills, you wouldn't be pushed to realize your passion. And without passion, you wouldn't sort out your bills easily. For example, you are employed. Without passion at your job, your production would be very low. So you wouldn't sort out your bills. Also, the bills themselves will push you to realize what passion are you in. Are you into cooking? Are you into drama? Or are you into accounting? Yeah. So it is the bills that will push you to realize what can I do best to be able to sort out my bills. So both of them, they correlate. Now it depends particularly for you, what comes first? Did you realize your passion first so that you are unable to live the life you're living today? Or did the bills push you to realize what you can do better to sort out your bills easily?
So which should push the other one first, the bills or the passion?
It depends with what comes to you first, because sometimes you might be, I'd say you might be at a situation where you lack. So you are at home, you seated, you don't have anything. Then something just comes, okay, how can I even buy food? How can I start making money to buy clothes or even to pay my rent? Now that one, the bills push you to realize your passion. Then now for passion, whatever you are doing or the employment, now it is the passion that will make you, for example, you see your brother has been promoted, or your sister has been promoted, but you are still stagnant. Now you realize, you come in and say, I am an accountant, but why is my sister accountant being promoted, but I'm still here? Now the passion kicks in, so that when the next promotion comes, you'd get the promotion easily, because you're putting the passion into your work to be able to sort out your bills.
Okay, I have a question. What do you guys think about CBC? Because it's more of training these guys about skills, and they didn't give us that. Because that's why you're ending up, like, we studied all this while, and then now we're starting to think otherwise after school. But for them, I think it's picking them from here. So what do you guys think about CBC?
And actually theirs has been subdivided. Nasikia kuna side ya STEM, science courses, and then kuna wale wa kudila the creative.
Thank you. Mimi naitwa Chief Legit.
Sawa, Chief Legit.
So nikianza, kabla nifike kwa hiyo CBC, mliuliza ni passion kwanza ama ni bills? Shida inaanzia ile siku yako ya kwanza ulipelekwa shule. Mimi nakumbuka nikiulizwa unataka ukue nini when you grow up?
Tulikuwa daktari tukiwa.
Mimi nilisema nataka kuwa mrubani. Alafu wakati nilitoka kwa hiyo shule, zile vitu nilikuwa nasoma na chenye nilikuwa nataka kukua, hakuna pahali zilipatana. So sisi sote vile tuko ndani ya hii room, mtu yote ile kazi anafanya sio ile kitu alikuwa anataka. Ukweli ama ni uongo? So wewe unafundishwa the stem of a flower or parts of a flower, na ukitoka hapa nje hakuna pahali utapply hiyo parts of a flower ndio uweke unga ama ugali kwa meza. So tuanzie pale. Mimi passion yangu kama chief, nilikuwa nataka kuwa footballer, not even a chief. Nilikuwa nataka kuwa footballer. Lakini mimi nikienda nikienda kucheza hiyo mpira, nikirudi na chapwa na mzazi. So mzazi anaua hiyo passion iko ndani yangu. Then the next step, ile kazi nafanya sio ile nilikuwa natarajia, ni mzazi ana dictate what I have to do. Unaona pale shida huanzia, you are dictating for your child what you want her or him to do, not what she or he wants in life. That's the bottom line of the problem. So hata wewe pale mmekaa hapo juu, labda hiyo ulikutana nayo tu kwa barabara, lakini ile kitu ulikuwa unataka sio hiyo. So tuanzie hapo kwa ulezi. Uliza mtoto ni nini, ama wewe angalia mtoto anataka kuwa broadcaster, anataka kuwa footballer, anataka kuwa mwimbaji, ama anataka kuwa nini. Anzia hapo kama mzazi, alafu saidie huyu mtoto. So when I grow up I want to be a pilot. I'm still growing up. Maybe nikigrow up I'll be a pilot
one day.
So nikikuja, so wazazi ama ulezi, bringing up, the bottom line of the problem. Narudia, sisi sote wenye tuko hapa, chenye unafanya sio hata hiyo kazi unaenda saa hii, akili yako haiko hapo, ni kulazimishwa na bills. So the background matters. Nikiacha hii kazi, huku nyuma inasema nini? Ile mlango itafungwa, sitakula, sitavaa.
And now when you talk of background, now that we stand here right now, at whatever ages we are at, blaming the background, or it's true, the background is the issue, but then it happened. And now we are here and you're the future parents. So now will you continue living an unsatisfactory life as a young adult? You're not paying the bills well, uko kwa job bado ulipi vizuri, haikufurahishi, or what would you move going forward? How would you move going forward? Ndio watu wa move from systems that are even causing mental health issues. Job yako una frustrate, unateswa. Will we be bold enough as young people to start up things?
So iko hivi, ndio nipe mwingine mic. Iko hivi, ili nijue chenye itanisaidia lazima nikumbuke chenye ilifanyika pale nimetoka.
Yes.
Si ni hivyo? So mimi kama niliamuka nipate kama blue band ndio iko kamweza anapaka kama mafuta ya mwili, hata ukiniacha hiyo blue band ikiisha sitajua kuitafuta. So at times or at some point feature hiyo blue band, nikunywe strong tea ndio kitu ingie kwa hii akili. Hii blue band kama mzazi ameificha nitaipata aje? Unaona hapo? So to move from that problem, reflect the background. So reflecting ni hii, huyu mtoto ni nini tamsaidia kama niko ama kama siuko. Unasikia? Na muache kudekeza watoto. Don't force me to be a dad and I'm still a child.
There's a part penye tumemention something
so
about
tukienda kwa CBC nipeane CBC iko hivi napeana CBC siku kwa CBC ni kwamba kama mimi ni mchoraji ama mimi ni seremala, wache niende na hiyo useremala wangu, itanisaidia in future. Wewe unataka nikue accountant na wewe ulikuwa number last kwa shule kama mzazi wangu, hiyo brain nimetoa wapi? Tuache hiyo.
Kila mzazi alikuwa number 1 by the way. Si uongo. Kila mzazi alikuwa number 1.
Okay, there's this thing.
Hata ulize wapi, kila mzazi alikuwa number 1. But there's something penye mention about dealing with the system and also bringing up the child. Leo asubuhi there's a guy, if you are so into self development and all that, there's a guy anaitwa Benjamin Zulu. Sijui kama mnamjua. Benjamin Zulu.
Tumpendi.
Okay, najua mumpendi.
Tunampenda wewe.
Unamjua tu.
This morning alikuwa na mention about the difference between wealthy children being brought up and the children of the middle class. And there's a point penye alikuwa very painful akisema the middle class are just poor people living hand to mouth. Now, the place penye ilikuwa very sensitive ni ati the wealthy are very strategical when it comes to bringing up their children. They don't let their children be brought up by systems. Unlike some of us, penye ulikuwa unachukuliwa, unaishi Mombasa, but umetupwa boarding Kakamega, kuanzia class 2. Unaanza kugrow solo ukiwa class 2. Then ndio wewe umefika uni, mzazi anashangaa mbona urudingi nyumbani. Ulishazoea life bila yeye, si ndio? So the system penye tumejiweka ama the system that tumeadapt in, of which it's governmental, of which we also hope it changes with us, ni ati tunachukua watoto wetu because we want them to ati grow and all that, and then kazi yako tu ni kutafuta pesa na wache watoto wa grow. Unachukua mtoto unamtupa kwa shule, then the school ends up pumping a certain form of knowledge that is old. Ukiangalia textbooks, so things zina shift. Like if you look at AI, things are shifting. Was it Sam Altman? Jesus. Kuna mtu wa Muranga nimekaribia. But Sam was mentioning that AI is speeding so fast. Things that used to take 11 years to shift, it can happen in a day. Sindio? Yeah. It can happen in a day. Currently, we are working on a startup that is Quilibri, where it deals with HR solutions and all that. And the whole agenda is to try and use AI to try and get the right people to apply for jobs. Funny enough, kitambo ilikuanga inabidi ukwe na so many HR people, get the information nini. Saizi you just have to key in the keywords that you're looking for in a CV. So kama hauweki keywords kwa CV, you're done. Sijui kama na get your perspective. AI is really speeding things in terms of the marketplace. It's speeding things in terms of the jobs. People are being replaced. It's the robots. The robots don't have to get tired and all that.
But again, there's this thing that you guys have said about creating. Now we are all trying to get skillful. I have a skill. Everyone has a skill. That's the thing we're trying to do. But there's not enough money. Sasa kama nataka kuwa DJ leo na sina system, sina setup, what else do I have to do?
Okay.
Maybe I'll have to join up with a DJ. Ni grow na hiyo mshahara tunapata ni save maybe, lakini unaweza save forever. Kingoja kununua system zako. So now the question here is, what else do we have to do? Because msanii wetu hapa aliimba, let's say hana enough equipment for this that is needed. Maybe I want to be a media person. Sina cameras and these things are expensive. Whatever you want to do needs something and you don't have the capital for it. we don't all come from like wealthy families where your dad can be like, let me gift you this system, let me gift you this setup, let me open a business for you. Now what else do we have to do? Yeah. There's someone who had a question around.
Nilikuwa nataka kuuliza nani, in as much as AI inakuja kurahisisha kazi, like don't you feel ina minus wase wengi job, like unemployment itakuwa rampant?
In the that's where also we are.
Umemaliza? Okay. Let's in the meantime Mike ikikuja, let me answer that. AI itasaidia mse mwenye akona depth ya the skill yenye akonayo.
Yes.
So for example, mimi ni video editor. When AI actually popped up in October 2022, by December there was the ability penye, as long as the video iko na the sound na the sound yenye imeshootiwa, okay, because you take the sound separate, you also take the video separate, si ndio? As long as iko sorted out, as long as the sound zina align, once umeka kwa Premiere Pro and you ask for the assistance from AI, it's quick, fast, inakulainishia, then your work is just to cut. Back then, sijui kama mnajua this show inaitwa Our Perfect Wedding, Maisha Magic. Our Perfect Wedding takes about 5 days to shoot. More than 5 days actually. Meaning, uko na footage ya more than 9 hours and you have to reduce it to less or about 45 minutes. So unakaa hapo, you are supposed to cut it, create a story. The secret ilikuanga, cause sasa mdosi ya kwa najuanga hii after form ilitokea, we had to pay for AI, then quickly deal with the whatever, sort it out. So ule mse mwenye akona in-depth skill with the thing that he's practicing, when AI comes, then you'll be able to be the one who is the prompt engineer. Mna get?
And because you see, in everything that looks very negative, you know, the Chinese chi, where the good and the bad balance, there's never really something that outweighs good and bad outweighs it. So AI has definitely its negative sides. It's outdoing the human intelligence. It's, you know, it's making us look like we'd run out of help even in our jobs. But really the positive side of it is for whoever carries a particular skill, you finesse it using AI. You use lesser time. You use, you know, a little bit more of a skilled knowledge that would count for you many years back. And so everything that is coming on board right now, let us not count it as very negative for us as young people. We'll count it as a blessing even to be unemployed. Why? Because in the space of your room and lacking a job, and you knew you went to school for 4 years and it's not working out, it would breed innovation. Because someone who is already at a job anapewa 35k and ako sawa anabadilishwa tai anaambiwa nyonge mpaka hivi juu, na you know, and a lot of real rules. Personally where I work, tai lazima you know nyonge hata hizi teremka you know kidogo tu. And you see someone who's there, innovation would be seldom sababu anaamka 8 to 5 ako, you know, involved in almost nothing working. But someone who's at home unemployed, you'd think of something and innovate.
Last one, just 2 more and then we wrap up.
Okay, you were talking about AI, so I think AI still is in the inception stage. In that,
true that.
It's still in the beginner level, where that's where we actually enter the job market. So inachukua hiyo job ya wale wasi wanaingia in the beginners. There's a paper that has been done, and when you look at it, there's a guy that's saying AI is actually slowing you down when you try to use it to solve problem. You have to wait for it to think, and then where you could have thought yourself, it's taking those seconds and minutes.
That moment, yeah.
So there's a guy who says that AI is too slow to solve his problems, and I think I buy that, because we have so many complex problems that still AI is not able to solve in the proficient level. Then the other thing that I wanted to mention is something to do with I'm forgetting. There's something that you have said to do with how right now people are getting in the job market, and it becomes quite difficult for them when they start dealing with AI. But then, like you are saying, it's more of those that are now getting their skills refined, and they don't have to entirely depend on it. Remember, it saves your time at times, especially when you are on on the proficient level. But then when you start on the beginner level, which all of us start when we are getting the job market, it becomes very difficult for us. So I think it's not necessarily that only. But when you come to the perspective, look at it, right now when it comes to hiring, people look at more of soft skills. So I think that's what we need to work on as a human race.
Yeah.
Soft skills are very important. You're able to communicate. You are able to air out your ideas in more or less, leave alone the way you are able to solve problems.
Yes.
I think soft skills are what people are looking at right now.
Okay, think about that. One more.
No,
My
na
time is
maswali
up.
zinaendelea kukuja. This
Bye.
conversation cannot even stop right now.
By the way, conversation
For real.
haitaisha, so tutaiendeleza kwa
There's just
one.
Let's take
And also him, because it's not.
Yeah, just to please we wrap it up. Sitaki kukosea
yeah.
time.
Yeah, I agree expertise is important, but like I think about this from a slightly different perspective. If you look historically, like let's take the agricultural revolution, for example, right? Like it was humans with hoes. Humans with farm implements, right?
Yeah.
And then we get the combine harvester, right? And like one person is able to do like maybe an acre of land a day, and then now someone can do hundreds of acres. And then the calculator came along, and there was the same hype. It's like, oh no one's going to do mental math, etc., etc. Now calculators are a mainstay. And then we had the cell phone, etc. And people are doing their emails. They're using the cell phone to store some of their memories in the form of notes and photos. Essentially, humans are not humans anymore per se. They're becoming things called cyborgs, cybernetic organisms. You ever lose your phone and you feel like you lost an arm?
Yes.
Because it's literally an extension of your brain. It's the same thing with artificial intelligence. You see it as like a really smart intern that can go and do research for you, can help you figure out things faster. This morning we had issues with the sound system. I literally just sent the photos of the sound setup to ChatGPT, and it made me figure out that it was the aux cable that was the problem. I couldn't have figured that out because I know jack all about sound, right? But now I've become an expert. And that's the thing. A lot of the time, what I see is that people are more consumers of new technology rather than producers. What do you spend most of your time doing on TikTok? You spend going through videos and laughing and stuff. No one's learning new things. No one's even making videos to post. Like you've got like maybe 5% of TikTok is actual creators and so on.
Yeah.
I work with AI extensively. If you are a domain expert, and believe me, whether you believe it or not, everybody is a domain expert in something. Everybody brings something to the table. And this allows you to scale it up. It allows you to magnify it. I think it's really an attitude problem. Yeah, it's a perspective issue.
You say attitude.
Work on your attitude, guys.
ATT.
Allow me.
The last one. Okay, that's one. The last one.
We will say one last thing until it's 9 p.m. You know.
We're leaving the stage. Don't worry.
Okay, I want to add on to something on AI. I feel like AI, I want to make a comparison. When the internet was discovered, the internet had a lot of speculations. People were really, the internet is bad. The invention of Facebook, Twitter, everything. People had a lot of speculations. But people who were able to adapt to the internet, maybe, let's say, this Podfest, all of us came to Podfest because we saw it on the internet.
Yes.
Yeah. So if we are able to incorporate AI into our daily lives, I feel like people who are able to incorporate that won't lose their jobs. Same as the internet. People are always afraid of new inventions. When the internet came, people were really skeptical. Really, really skeptical. But people came and accepted it. And right now, you can see all these businesses, people on TikTok, people on Facebook pushing their businesses. So basically, I like to disagree with the gentleman on the corner because AI won't take any business or any work from anyone. Because I feel at the end of the day, a human is more superior. At the end of the day, these are all just inventions. Something new will come. The internet came, went. AI came, it will go. Something new will come, it will go.
Definite.
So if you're able to adapt to all the new inventions and all the new innovations, you will stick. But if uko tu hapo we ni laggard, you won't stick.
So guys, we're wrapping it up. We just have one thing, then we leave the stage. So,
given 2 seconds to end this, I think this cannot end. Even in our podcast, we're just beginning these conversations. And every time we wrap it up, it's always there's something we've not been able to do. The time is up. And so just to finish this is to employ young people. There's no better way to say this, but kindly shift your mindset. Move with the moving times. The beauty of being human is that he's saying, nothing can really replace a human being. As you're saying, the kind of way your mind thinks, a calculator will need to do it better than you. AI will need to do it better than you. And one thing AI will never get is the prophetic. Like what I don't want to sound spiritual, but it's the truth. The future prediction. A human being would predict the future. Will predict that later we'd want this water to be a little bit, sugared or something. Like they're flavored waters. We'd predict in the future a woman would want to wear a cut with a slit. We can predict. AI wouldn't predict for us. It works on past inventory, right? Am I correct? The guy with the white t-shirt. AI is past or future. You AI. Past or future. Fed.
It's present.
Yes, and past, right? Never the future. The future is in our minds. So sit down, retrospect. See what you are inside, what pisses you off, what makes you happy, create, because the future is here amongst us. It's not in AI, right? Asante.
Ron?
Awesome. There's still a lot I know we can cover. Just subscribe to our podcast.
Yes.
And also looking forward for more partnerships. Currently, we are almost sealing a deal with this. It's water, but still, special water. So we are on a path to make sure that the podcast grows. And for kila kitu yenye tumeshare, I know there will be more conversations that will be going on our podcast. So keep in touch, reach out, always like, subscribe, share, and thank you. My name is Ron.
Thank you so much, guys. These have been just amazing panelists for me. They're good friends. So my closing word is just figure out what can I do. Always in your mind, never settle for something. Always ask, leave room for what can I do. Leave room for improvements. You're not there yet. As much as you know IT, as much as you're good at your job, as much as you're employed, as much as you're not employed, there's something you can always do. You have a skill that can give you money, and it's not always about money. You have a voice, you have an impact. There's something you can share to someone, so always ask yourself, what else can I do? And now, our Spotify is found on Spotify, the Vibes and Conversations with Prowess Podcast. We're going to continue this conversation. Bado ijaisha, si ndio? Bado ijaisha. Nata tutafanya live show, live like YouTube maybe. You guys be there, comments. Ulizeni hizo maswali zote, tutatafuta experts atujibu. Na what else? Nothing. My name is Prowess. It's been amazing having you guys. Please appreciate all those who have. Please. They have been an amazing audience. All of you have been amazing. Till next time. Bye, guys. Bye.
Oh, I have one last thing to say.
Oh, sorry, guys.
We have this startup it's a HR startup. It's called Quilibri HR Solutions. It's for the young person, and it has the young person at heart. So kindly go to all your social media handles. Quilibri is QUILIBRI, Quilibri. Equilibrium in sorts, balance. Please follow us because we're having this kind of conversations there in partnership with Vibes and Conversations.
So follow us on everything. Support us in all we do. Support one another. Na kama kuna kitu unataka kusapotiwa, usitoke nje mlango kaujambia wase. Have a nice time, guys.
Asante.
Let's appreciate them, Father. Very nice. Nice. It's interesting that the first thing I thought about when I was listening to their podcast, I had to say something so hard, like it was in my heart. I had to say technology. I'm not gonna lie. After I started saying it, you just use ChatGPT to know what the sound does. It was the aux cable. I was like technology.